matchup of the night. The Jersey All Pro Wrestling Women's Championship on the line. In the ring right now, the challenger. She defeated Calamity last night to become the #1 contender. LuFisto here tonight in Philadelphia to take on Sara Del Rey.
And LuFisto is maybe the friendliest ultra-violent person I've ever met in my life. I mean, the way she smiles, waves, and brings that baby doll out here, you'd have no idea the pain she's willing to take and unleash. And she's going to have to do that tonight when she takes on this woman, Sara Del Rey.
Sara Del Rey in her 18th month as Jersey All Pro Wrestling Women's Division Champion, defeated ODB back in Jersey City, and since then has been a dominant champion. And tonight could be her toughest challenge to date as she takes on LuFisto.
Well, LuFisto had to earn this last night.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the challenger in the corner to my right, coming to the ring this evening by Peekaboo, weighing in at 135 pounds from Montreal, Japan, and making her return to this building after a 2-year absence. Please welcome home the super hardcore anime, LuFisto! And her opponent to my left, from Martinez, California, she is the current reigning and defending Jersey All Pro Wrestling Women's Champion, Sara Del Rey!
Tell them to stop recording, power the camera off, and power it back on.
But hard hits is something that Sara Del Rey has built up a reputation for.
It's a very good point. Again, probably the most dominant champion in Jersey All Pro Wrestling. Immediately tried to go for a kick. LuFisto blocked it in a nice arm drag takedown, surprising the heavyweight champion.
LuFisto's got to watch out. Last night she was wrestling a woman who was about the same size as her. Tonight she's given up several inches, to Sara Del Rey, but she's obviously aware of that as she's just taking her down limb by limb. And look at LuFisto.
And again, these girls are hot, but they can fight and they will hold nothing back here tonight in Philadelphia as the Jersey All Pro Wrestling Women's Championship is on the line. LuFisto comes off the ropes, and Sara Del Rey just knocked her right in the head with that elbow.
And there's no fancy name for that. Oh, and a kick to the back of LuFisto. Down she goes to the floor, forced by Sara Del Rey. I heard that LuFisto may have even injured her sternum after last night's match, after getting hit so hard that the sternum actually cracked. I don't know. It wasn't diagnosed because she came right here. She said, enough, I'll deal with it, and don't tell Sara Del Rey.
Well, if that's the case, that's going to make breathing very hard to do for LuFisto. And if this matchup goes maybe 10 minutes or so, and it's very physical like we think it will be, LuFisto won't be able to breathe in the matchup, and Sara Del Rey will definitely see that and will certainly take advantage of the situation. And you heard...
I was going to say that breathing is a problem that Sara Del Rey would love to take away from LuFisto tonight.
Let's hope not. And you heard Steven D'Angelo say this is the first time in 2 years that LuFisto has returned to this building. Of course, we know Combat Zone Wrestling also wrestles in this building. LuFisto, a former CZW Iron Man champion. She took on a lot of the guys here in Combat Zone.
Well, the hits that she unleashes are like nothing I've ever seen before. In fact, I don't remember seeing anybody go toe-to-toe and give Sara Del Rey a fight like she's been giving Sara Del Rey tonight, but she's dealing with an angry Sara Del Rey. Would you like to know why Sara Del Rey is so angry, Mark Clemson?
Well, I'm sure you're going to tell me.
She bit her lip in her sleep last night twice.
How would you know that?
I checked her Twitter.
There you go. You like stalking Sara Del Rey, don't you? And Del Rey with those kicks right to the back as LuFisto was all tied up in the ring ropes. And LuFisto, known as the First Lady of Hardcore, after this matchup, that title might go to Sara Del Rey.
There's something very compelling about Sara Del Rey. I don't know, just somebody getting upset that she bit her lip twice in her sleep and then coming in that ring and kicking and punching and slamming somebody as hard as she's doing. It's just it's an interesting juxtaposition, Mark.
That hurts. You bite your lip, you get a cold sore, and it's there for a while.
That's not how you got those cold sores, Clemson.
And now LuFisto on the ropes, and we see an armbar. We saw this last night on Calamity, and now we're seeing it again here against Sara Del Rey. LuFisto might try to make the champion submit here in Philadelphia.
Well, that's a good way to pull an arm out of a socket. Using that ring as a weapon is LuFisto, and obviously that's how her experience is being shown tonight. But, oh! Sara Del Rey instead is using her body as the weapon of choice as she nearly beheads her with that back kick.
Sara Del Rey with the cover. LuFisto able to kick out, and again another hard-hitting matchup, this time with the women of Jersey All Pro Wrestling, showcasing the skills that is the Jersey All Pro Wrestling women's division. We saw it earlier with Annie Social and Mia Yim, and we're seeing it once again with Del Rey and LuFisto.
Well, women's division very competitive here in Jersey All Pro. Oh!
Human cannonball in the corner by LuFisto. She caught Sara Del Rey right in the mouth, but a capo kick by the champ. A capo kick could have just knocked out LuFisto, and the fans here in Philly are loving this match.
They can't believe what they're seeing, and this is what it takes. Come to Jersey All Pro to see. Oh, the women's wrestling is on the level of men's wrestling with competitors like Sara Del Rey and LuFisto.
Those two moves just show the type of competitors that these two athletes are. LuFisto, Sara Del Rey lying in the corner, comes with the human cannonball, will put any other woman away. Sara Del Rey immediately gets up, hits the capo kick, and this matchup is still going on.
I can't believe that either woman is standing. That leg tied up on the rope. Bad spot for Sara Del Rey.
Look out, this matchup. If this spills out to the floor, I gotta believe this is advantage LuFisto. Oh! And LuFisto just walked off the ring apron and hit Del Rey with a senton, and the champion is down.
Sara Del Rey was confused when she threw that baby doll at her, slapped it out of the way, but she hit her with that senton on that concrete floor. Hard concrete too, no mats there.
And LuFisto was smart, immediately brought the matchup back into the ring. Because as you know, Sam, you cannot win the title out on the floor. She needs to pin or make Sara Del Rey submit, and you can only do that in the ring. And right now, LuFisto might be at the point where she's just going to dissect away at the women's champion.
Well, she almost kicked Sara Del Rey's ear off her head a minute ago. She goes against the rope. That referee better get out of his way, or her way. Sorry, LuFisto.
And a boot scrape right to the face by LuFisto. And the fans here in, I was only going to say Rahway, the fans here in Philly are just eating this matchup up. LuFisto goes for a cover. Sara Del Rey, knowing where she was in the ring, got her hand on that bottom rope.
Well, these two women are certainly experienced in that ring. They know what they're doing. They know how to take the ring and use it to their advantage. Sara Del Rey looks like she's mounting a comeback. Talk about a back and forth match, Clemson. She's on the rope.
On the rope, Sara Del Rey with the straitjacket. That was a premature bell. I don't know if you heard it, but LuFisto was able to break out of that. And a back body drop, and once again, the challenger seems to be in control of the matchup.
Premature bell. Weren't you a premature baby?
No, I was not. I was a wanted baby. LuFisto now off the top, went for a headbutt, but I think she hit the kneecap of Sara Del Rey, and Del Rey now with his armbar submission move, and LuFisto taps.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still Jersey All Pro Wrestling Women's Champion, Sara Del Rey.
An impressive physical matchup for the Women's Division Championship here of Jersey All Pro Wrestling. LuFisto with the human cannonball in the corner. Sara Del Rey with the capo kick. The matchup lasted another 5 or 6 minutes. In the end, the armbar by Sara Del Rey made LuFisto tap. And once again, Sara Del Rey continues her dominance of the women's division.
All business from Sara Del Rey. LuFisto came close, but I'm starting to believe that there is nobody that can take that women's title away from Sara Del Rey.